All right. Okay, welcome back, fellow NextGen student. Okay, so today we'll be discussing this paper, May-June 2022, paper 2-1. Okay, it's a 2 hours paper. So I hope you all finish it within 2 hours lah. Okay, those who actually submitted on time, congrats to you. Those who submitted late, I hope you all actually did it within 2 hours. Okay, so just a short brief for those who haven't joined the previous time. Answer all questions. Use black or dark blue pen. Okay, but for graph or diagrams, you can use your HB pencil. Okay, why I keep reminding this over and over again. I don't know why there are some students who after exam will tell me, teacher, I accidentally do the entire paper in pencil. Okay, I got one student the last batch. Good thing he still get A. I don't know how he got the A also, but he did the entire paper in pencil. Okay, but don't do these kind of things. All right. Okay, write your name, write your answer in the space provided. Okay, do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid. Do not write anything on the barcode. Use calculator where appropriate. You must show all working. Okay, so please like little things like solving of your quadratic equation. Make sure you all show all the steps. Even though I teach you all using the calculator way, you all gotta show using the steps. Okay, then this one, non-exact numerical answers correct to 3 SF or 1 decimal place for angles. Okay, don't round it up too much because at maths they are quite strict for this. Okay, however, I saw some of your workings. You try in the middle of the equations. These rules don't apply. Okay, this rule only apply for the answers. Remember, especially for trigo. If you round up too much in the middle, your accuracy you will lose your accuracy. Okay, so you gotta be careful on this. The more you round up in the middle, right, the less accurate your answer will be. Okay, so this paper is 80 marks. I want you all to continually train to do it within 2 hours lah. Okay, 2 hours strict. By right 1 hour, 1.5 hour to 1 hour for 45 minutes, you all should finish the entire paper already. Then you all spend the remaining time to keep checking it. Because I've seen some of you, just because one equation, like one value wrong, the entire thing wrong. Okay, entire 8 marks is gone. Okay, so you got to be extra careful. Okay, always check until the last minute. Okay, so these are the formulas. I won't go through. So everyone take out your pen. Okay, and I want you all start marking it. All right, let's go. Okay, solve the equation 5 to the power of w minus 1 equals to 12. Give your answer to correct to 2 decimal place. Okay, so you see if they say otherwise, then only you follow. So this one, if I got unknown powers, I want to bring down the unknown power. Okay, you can use log, you can use ln, up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna use log or ln, or you can even use changing from index form to log form. Okay, also correct one. Okay, so I'm just gonna use ln because I think most of you will be using this one. Ln 5 to the power of w minus 1 equals to 12. W minus 1 ln 5. Okay, equals to ln 12. W minus 1 equals to ln 12 over ln 5. Okay, so you see, right, little things. If you all use this method, so if you type ln 12 over ln 5, okay, what will you get? Okay, you see, it's some sort of irrational number, right? Okay, especially for little things like this, because you're still in the middle of the equation, you would want to try to avoid keep rounding it up. If you can actually use the exact value like this, okay, as much as you can. Okay, this is so that you don't lose out on the accuracy. So you see, like this one, what will I do? If you use this method, ln 12 over ln 5 plus 1. Then here only you type into the calculator. Okay, therefore W equals to 2.54. All right, this is correct to 2 decimal place. You write more, you write less, minus mark. Okay, don't get the mark. All right, question 2. solve the equation x to the power of 2 over 3 minus 5x to the power of 1 over 3 plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so for this one, this is the complex quadratic equation. You look at the power, 2, 1, 0. Okay, you go to your chapter 5. You'll see the last part, the complex quadratic equation. This is the part that we use the let method. Okay, we use the let method. All right. Okay, so what we need to use the let? Normally, you will take the one that is the power 1. Okay, always remember that. The one with the power 1, you use as a let. Okay, so you can use let whatever alphabet except x. Okay, over here I use let let y lah. Okay, y equals to x to the power of 1 over 3. Okay, therefore it will be okay, for those who cannot see, I just simplify for y'all so that y'all can see clearly. This is what we want to achieve actually. X to the power of 1 over 3 square minus 5 to the power of x 1 over 3 plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so I'm just changing this value to like this. Okay, so I replace the x to the power of 1 over 3 to y. Can be any alphabet except x. So y square minus 5y plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, if you never use this method, also can, but I will encourage you all to use this method. Okay, easier for you all to see and nicer to write also. Okay, go and factorize it. Y minus 3, y minus 2 equals to 0, y equals to 3, and y equals to 2. Okay, don't skip these steps. Okay, this step, 1 mark. Okay, I know a lot of you use calculator. Okay, you straight away write the answer. You don't have that marks there. All right, then we change back to x to the power of 1 over 3 equals to 3. X to the power of 1 over 3 equals to 2. X, this one, 1 over 3 will become cube. So it becomes 3 cube. This one, x equals to 2 to the power of 3. Therefore, x equals to 27 and x equals to 8. Okay, this is a 3-mark question. Okay, so always remember this is a complex quadratic equation. You use the let method. Okay, question 2a. Write 2 log x minus bracket log x plus 6 plus log 3 as a single logarithm to base 10. Okay, recently they like to use, they like to test you all on this. Okay, so when they say single logarithm, okay, single logarithm means you have one big log and then you express the entire answer. Okay, so this one, what can we do? We can join the whole thing together, right? Okay, let's simplify this first. So we do the bracket first. So 2 log x minus, okay, what would this be? Log bracket x plus 6 plus log 3. Okay, it's actually just log a plus log b equals to log ab. Okay, we are using this rule. So log 3 times x plus 6. Okay, you can put like this. Then you minus, okay, you minus this one. Okay, so for you to, before you put the 2 log x, actually you want to move this to log x squared first. Okay, so it needs to be like this, in this form. One big log, like that. Cannot have anything in front. Okay, this one will be log a minus log b. Therefore, it will be log a over b. How we write it? Log x squared over 3. Okay, you want to open up the bracket, also can. Okay, but we not necessary lah. Okay, you open up also is correct. Okay, can? Okay, this is a 2-mark question. Just follow my mark scheme. Where is the marks? Okay, hence solve the equation 2 log x minus log x plus 6 plus log 3 equals to 0. So when they say the word hence, okay, Hence, this one is Wei Zheng's favorite word. Okay. Hence, you always use from the previous question. Okay. Remember that the clue is from the previous question. So you always have to check back the previous one. So what we're going to do is make sure you double check, triple check it, because you see this one is 4 marks. If you hear wrong your 2 marks, it will spiral down to these 4 marks also. Okay, so we use from the previous one because 2 log, this whole thing is equals to this, right? Which will be log x squared over 3 bracket x plus 6 bracket equals to 0. Okay, this one, we change log form to index form here. Okay, which will be x squared over 3 bracket x plus 6 equals to 10 to the power of 0. Okay, let's just open up. This one 3x plus 18 equals to 1. X squared equals to 3x plus 18. X squared minus 3x minus 18 equals to 0. Okay, go and factorize it to solve it. X minus 6, x plus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 6, x equals to negative 3. Okay, got to be careful on this. You got to reject the negative value. Okay, so especially for log kind of question, okay, always, 18. Yeah, okay, always reject the negative value. Okay, but sorry, let me rephrase that. When you see, if you sub it back to the equation, your log will become a negative. Okay, when it becomes a negative, you reject it. Not always the case, so don't go and simply reject. So you see, like this one, if let's say there's this log x don't exist, and only got the log bracket x plus 6. If I sub inside here, is it still valid? Okay, if I sub the negative 3 here into this log bracket x plus 6, is it still valid? Yes, right. Okay, because it's still a positive value. Okay, so don't immediately, when you all look at x equals to negative, then you all reject it already. Okay, but in this case, you reject lah. So you need to take note when you do your log or your ln value, you need to reject overall the negative value. Okay, all good? All right, question 3. Variables x and y such that cube root y is plotted against x squared. A straight line passing through the points 9, 8, and 16, 1 is obtained. Find y as a function of x. Okay, so what is this topic called? What is this topic called? Big Y equals to m big X plus C, right? Okay, it's just straight line graph. Okay, so the concept for this is always straight line. Non-linear straight line. There's no such thing as non-linear straight line. Okay, there's only straight line is always linear. It's a line. Okay, so what you all can remember, or my advice is that you draw it out like this. Okay, draw it out like this. Make sure you remember what are you doing. Okay, what is representing x and y. All of this value, another thing to take note of, all of this value is not x and y. This is not x and y. This is the big X and big Y, which is in this case is your cube root Y and your x squared right now. Okay, so the very, very common mistake that most students, I also see in your paper, you all will treat this as x and y. This one is x and y. This is not x and y. This is x squared cube root y. Okay, both of these values. You are? Yeah, I saw already. Okay, so I actually looked through your papers. All these are common mistakes. You all got to remember it. Okay, don't worry, make the mistake now, at least you all learn. Okay, so draw it out like this. Okay, first thing, what we want to do, find your m value. Okay, and you'll see why I asked you all to draw this out. This is not necessary. You won't get any marks for this, but it's just a reminder for you on what are you doing actually. Okay, for your x and your y. So m is just y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, gotta remember this is big X and big Y, not X and Y only. So we just take lah, okay, whichever you want to treat as the first point and second point. So 8 minus 1, 9 minus 16, you'll get equals to -1. Okay, so you all see over here, how can we find the y-intercept? Okay, we either you use what? Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1, or you can just use y equals mx plus c. Okay, I think this one use y equals mx plus c. Okay, but this is what I want you all to write down. You write like this. Whenever you do this kind of question, you make this exaggerated so that you always remember. Always listen what teacher say. Big Y equals to m big X plus c. Okay, big Y equals to m big X plus c. We exaggerate the Y and the X so that you are reminded what are you actually putting for your X and your Y. Okay, so what is the Y over here right now? Is it Y? No, right? Okay, it's not Y anymore. It is cube root Y. Then equals to -1. Okay, -1, we don't have to write -1, we just write negative x squared plus c. Okay, this part here is where students often get wrong. Okay, when you sub in the x and the y value, okay, you sub in this and this or this and this, the entire big X and the big Y. Okay, don't go and sub it. This one, your X you take as 16, then your Y as 1. Okay, we replace the entire thing. Okay, replace the entire thing. So let's just say I want to sub 9, 8. So I want to sub 9, 8. So this entire thing will just be 8 equals to -1 times 9 plus c. Okay, don't go and sub it as x and y. Okay, go and calculate this. You want to sub in 16 and 1 also can. Okay, then you will get cube root y equals to -x squared plus 17. Okay, because they say find y as a function of x. Okay, that means I want to make y as my subject. So you do until here, you won't get full marks. Okay, so we need to bring the cube root over to the other side. So y equals to -x squared plus 17 cube. Okay, so this is how you get your 4 marks. Okay, so always remember, okay, is often actually the step for this type of question is always the same. If you all see straight line equation chapter, okay, a straight line graph, which is your chapter 7, all exactly the same one. Okay, the other type of question that they can ask you is about the area one, okay, where you use your shoestring or shoelace method. Okay, but that's a separate type of question already. Okay, but this type of big Y equals to m big X plus c is always the same step. Find the m, then make sure you put the correct X and Y inside. Make sure you understand that the coordinates that are given to you is big X and big Y, not X and Y. Okay, not X and Y coordinate. Therefore, I don't just sub it into that. Okay, who made the mistake? Anyone made the mistake? Okay. Got okay, don't worry. Later y'all just learn from it. Okay, question 4. Polynomial px equals to mx cubed minus 17x squared plus nx plus 6 has a factor of x minus 3. It has a remainder of -12 when divided by x plus 1. Find the remainder when px is divided by x minus 2. Forgot this one. Okay, I always say that this is a free mark question for y'all in IGCSE. Okay, because it's one of the easiest concept, all right, of the entire IG. In fact, the entire chapter only got one concept. Okay, this is under your chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4. The only thing that you all need to know here is your long division, then factor theorem and remainder theorem. Factor theorem and remainder theorem technically is almost the same thing. Okay, one is with equals to 0, one is with a value. Okay, so let's see whatever information they have here has a factor of x minus 3. Therefore, the first statement that we can write is p, when my input is 3, will be equal to 0. Okay, go and find an equation for this. So m3 cubed minus 17 times 3 squared plus n times 3 plus 6 equals to 0. 27m minus 153 plus 3n plus 6 equals to 0. 27m plus 3n, okay, equals to 147. Okay, your working all might be a little bit different from mine. Doesn't matter. Okay, you all might do elimination. Some of you might do substitution, and you all substitute different things. Also doesn't matter. Okay, main thing is you must put your p input 3 equals to 0. Then remainder theorem is p negative 1 equals to negative 12. Okay, this is the second statement here. Okay, so this is your first statement. This is your second statement. First statement, then the remainder of negative 12. Those who don't know, go to your chapter 4 to understand this chapter. Honestly, this one is a 3-mark question for you. Okay, so p negative 1 equals to negative 12. Let's just sub it in. P negative 1 cubed minus 17 times negative 1 square plus n times negative 1 plus 6 equals to negative 12. Negative m, negative 17, negative n plus 6 equals to negative 12. Negative m, negative n equals to negative 1. Okay, honestly, I would prefer doing elimination. Okay, so it's up to you. This one thing, you all see, okay, let's just change it to elimination. Okay, why I put it like this? For questions like this, whenever you all see you all got your, when you all need to do simultaneous equation, okay, why I always write it in this form and then I try to do elimination is because I can always use the calculator to check. Okay, so I want all of you take out your calculator. Let's just do together. Okay, whichever model that you all are using. So I will be explaining using the EX calculator. Go to your equation slash function. Go to simultaneous equation, unknown 2. Okay, so you put 27, 3, 147. Then 1, 1, 1. Okay, so you always check for your answer first, and then what you do, right? So you see, my answer here, I get x is equals to 6 and y is equals to negative 5, right? X is my first unknown, y is my second unknown. So what I will always do, right? I'll write the answer at the side here first. Okay, just write it at one corner. Okay, but you need to show your working. So m will be equals to 6, n is equals to negative 5. You just write it at a corner first, because in exam you will panic. Okay, you panic already, then you don't want to, just because of all these small little things, then you get wrong. So imagine if you do it wrongly, you sub it wrongly, or you do your elimination wrongly, until here is only 2 marks. Then you will lose the other 4 marks. Need to be very, very careful on this. Okay. All right, so let's just do elimination. So you do elimination or substitution also can. I will multiply this by 3. So this one will be 3m plus 3n equals to 1. Okay, so this one got equation 1. This one, that's right, equation 2, equation 3. Okay, so I copy down my equation 1 to here. Okay, then I minus it. Okay, if you're not familiar with this, just stick to the method that you're like. Okay, 3 minus 27. 3 minus 27 minus 24m. This one, 1 minus 147 minus 146 divided by negative 24. Hey, yeah. What's wrong here? M is equals to 6, 1, 4. Oops, my bad. 3. Okay, So 3 minus 147, 144. Okay, 144 divided by 24, you get 6. Okay, so this is your final answer. You can, if you all do the substitution, you all refer to my mark scheme, that one. Okay, for those who do elimination, you all refer to this step here. Okay, so this is your third mark. Then after that, we substitute m equals to 6 into any equation. I would substitute into equation 2. Looks the easiest. 6 plus n equals to 1, n equals to negative 5. Okay, this is not the end. They say find the remainder when px is divided by x minus 2. So we are actually just doing the remainder theorem. So m equals to 6 and n equals to negative 5. Okay, so we can write here px is equals to 6x cubed minus 17x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, remainder theorem, I just need to put in the factor p2 equals to 6 times 2 cubed minus 17 times 2 squared minus 5 times 2 plus 6. Okay, be careful when you type in this. Final answer will be negative 24. Okay, who's still until here all full marks? Good. Got it. Okay, those who are still full marks are good. Okay, normally the earlier ones are the easier ones. Okay, let's go to question 5. Okay, question 5. For those who actually just joined, actually in your textbook, they never really explain to you all this part here. So if your teacher never teach you all this, you all need to take note on this. All right, I think Jing Xiang, you were asking one of the questions that was something similar like this, right? Okay, where you have an unknown n. Okay, an unknown n. I think that time you haven't joined yet also when we went through this chapter. Okay, so you all just need to remember this. If you see a binomial, okay, a binomial theorem, okay, binomial theorem, or you call it what? Binomial expansion. Okay, binomial type of question. Binomial expansion like this with unknown n. Okay. The moment you all see this, right, this is what I want you all to do. You all go to your formula sheet, okay, the page 2. Look over here. This formula here, I want you all copy down into the question. Okay? Because to solve for n, this is the formula to use. All right? All clear on this? Okay. So the moment you got unknown n, okay, so unknown n, we use this formula. Okay, you cannot type into your calculator. Okay, you cannot type into your calculator because we don't know what's the n value. Okay, so the type of question in a way the worst case scenario type of binomial expansion question, right, will be this kind already. Okay, the others all just use calculator. Don't go and don't go and change the formula. So the other type of binomial theorem type of question, you just need to fit into this formula. But for the one that you need to solve for an unknown n, please use this formula. Okay, so straight away write down nr equals to n factorial over n minus r factorial r factorial. Okay, so you all just write it down first. Okay, this one nr n factorial n minus r factorial r factorial. Okay, just write this down. Okay, write down in ascending powers of x the first 3 terms in the expansion 1 plus 4x to the power of n. Simplify each term. Okay, so we need the previous one also. So both of it, but it's just that this one will be the one for you to expand and to solve for n. Okay, so 1 plus 4x to the power of n. Your first term will be 1, right? Okay, I recap again for those who never learned this before. You all see here, this one, okay, this is the formula that we'll be expanding for all the binomial expansion. 1 to the power of n, 1 to the power of anything will be 1, right? And after that, we use this one, nc1 a to the power of n minus 1 b, nc2 a to the power n minus 2 b2. Okay, so you need to revise your binomial, okay, series. Okay, series chapter 11, if you all don't know this part here. Okay, okay, so what we can write here, first term will be 1 to the power n, but anything to the power of 1 to the power of anything will always be 1. Okay, we can write like this, plus, yeah, plus nc1. Okay, then 1 to the power of n minus 1. Hey, wait. Okay, for this part here, okay, actually you don't need to write the 1. Okay, you can write this part here, but if you realize what we are expanding, your here is 1. So if you fit into the formula, okay, I just write the entire thing. It's like this. 4x, then nc2. Okay, they want first 3 terms, right? Then 1 to the power of n minus 2, 4x to the power of 2. Okay, if your term in front is equals to 1, actually we can take away this term. Okay, the a term. Why? Because 1 to the power of anything will always be 1. Okay, I can give you 1 to the power of 0.5, 1 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, n is always an integer also. Okay, so you can actually take off this term. Okay, because it will always be 1. Okay, but what I want you to take note of is this part here. Okay, all of this. This is NCR. Okay, for those who don't know, this is a NCR formula. Okay, so here will be 1 plus NCR. This one will be n 4x. Okay, then over here, n factorial over n minus 2. Hold on. Okay, I write down the entire formula for you. This one. N factorial over n minus r factorial, n minus 1 factorial, 1 factorial. Okay, these are n factorial, n minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Then this one will be 16x squared. Okay, you see, I am just putting this formula. Okay, this part here. All right, what we need to know is we need to know how to simplify this side. My goal over here, okay, my goal is to eliminate n with factorials. Okay, n with factorials is a very useless term because I don't know what is n. Okay, so I don't know where's my start, I don't know where's my end, like my ending. Okay, I don't know where's the start, where's the finish. Okay, so my goal is that I want to eliminate all the n with factorials. So you see here, n factorial, n minus 1 factorial, n factorial, n minus 2 factorial. I don't want it. Okay, so how do you simplify it? Will be like this: 1 plus n minus 1 factorial over n minus 1 factorial. Okay, 1 factorial don't need to write already. Okay, so 4x plus n factorial over, sorry, this one will be n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial, then n minus 2 factorial. 2 factorial will be, okay, type this in the calculator. 2 factorial will be what? 2 times 1. Okay, will be 2. 16x squared. Okay, For those who know, give chance a bit, for especially for those who are not so sure. Okay, this is what we are actually doing here. Okay, we are trying to take away all these factorial. So if you look in the mark scheme, you might be thinking, how did they actually jump into whatever equation? Okay, so this is actually what you need to do. Right? So what I do here, I can cancel. This one I can cancel. I don't want to eliminate all the n with factorials. Okay, I just explained a little bit more. What is n factorial actually? It's actually n times n minus 1 times n minus 2, then times n minus 3, dot, right? Okay, then it keeps going on and on and on. Okay, so what if I say, all right, if I want to express, let's say 5 factorial, can I say it's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1? Can I also say it's 5 times 4 factorial? Okay, it's the same meaning, right? So same goes for this also. I can write this as n times n minus 1. Then maybe I stop at n minus 2 factorial. Factorial, it just means you keep multiply, you minus 1 the value. Okay, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5 until the finish. But the problem with n right now is an unknown. So I don't know what is n. Okay, I don't know what is the n values. Therefore, I want to try to eliminate what is my n value here. Okay? Clear? Okay, then after that, we go and simplify it. This one will be 1 plus 4nx plus 8n n minus 1 x squared. Okay? This will be the final answer. Okay, I remember my last batch of students, a lot of them struggle with this question. Okay, particularly this unknown n. Okay, so if whatever I said didn't make sense, okay, y'all go and look back into this binomial expansion first. Okay, go look back into this binomial expansion. All right. Okay, any question? All good? All good? Okay, question 2. In the expansion 1 plus 4x to the power of n bracket times bracket 1 minus 4x, the coefficient of x squared is 6032. Given that n is more than 0, find the value of n. Okay, so what are we supposed to do here? We want to find these two brackets, when they multiply each other, the term that gives you x squared, okay, the coefficient. Coefficient means the value in front of the term will give you 6032. Okay, so this is what we need to do. You see, we write down the equation 1 plus 4x to the power of n, 1 minus 4x. We need the values from the previous question. Just now, what we know about 1 plus 4x to the power of n? We know that it's 1 plus 4nx plus 8n times n minus 1 x squared. Okay? Or you can write it as, yeah, you can, if you want to multiply it, also can lah. Okay? Up to you. All right, so what I want to replace right now is just 1 plus 4nx plus, okay, we can just do this, 8n squared minus 8n x squared multiplied by 1 minus 4x. Okay? So what will happen? You are just going to do cross multiplication. Okay? Over here, I got 1, 2, 3 terms. Here, I got 2 terms. Okay, we want to, the only thing that we want to multiply, okay, don't go and multiply every single term. Right? This is the way I want y'all to do. Okay, y'all look over here, right? You only want to focus on this statement. the coefficient of x squared is 6032. The other values that don't give you x squared, you don't go and calculate it. Okay, so what you want to do is, you don't care about all the other coefficients first. We purely only look at the x terms first. So which one the question is, which one, when you cross multiply, okay, that means I here got 3 terms, right? I cross multiply these 2 terms, which one will give me x squared? Okay, so if you see here, x times x will give me x squared, right? Okay, what's another one? X squared and the one that don't have x will also give me x squared, right? All right. So you only focus on these values. Okay, you only focus on these values. You don't care about all the other values. Don't go and cross multiply all of it, because if you cross multiply all of it, you get 6 terms come out. We only need actually 2 terms. Okay, and if you do extra, you won't get extra marks also. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll just write the coefficient of x squared is equals to 6032. Okay, and I only focus on the coefficient right now. Okay, so you see my first term, I want to multiply is this yellow and this yellow one together. Then the second one, this green and this green color one together. Okay, you don't even need to write the x term inside. Where we say compare the coefficient, or we just want to calculate actually just the coefficient. All right, so you can just write like this. Coefficient of x squared is equals to 6032. I can write like this. My yellow and yellow one, so it's 4n times -4 plus 8n squared minus 8n times 1 will be equals to 6032. Okay. Okay, then I go expand it. Go and solve it. Okay, hopefully it's correct. Okay, minus 16n plus 8n squared minus 8n equals to 6032. 8n squared minus 8 minus 16 minus 24n minus 6032 equals to 0. Okay, so you all might get a different value. Okay, you all can simplify this also, or you all might use a different way. But eventually you should get until this. Okay, so I simplify it. You should get n squared minus 3n minus 754 equals to 0. Okay, then you want to solve it. This one, just use your calculator. Okay, don't make your life hard, but you just need to show the steps. Okay, which is this extra step, the factorizing. N minus 29 and n plus 26 equals to 0, and n is equals to 29, n equals to -26. They say n is more than 0, therefore we reject this n value. Okay, so this one will only be your final answer. Okay, anyone got this wrong? Or I have no idea how to do this? Anyone got this wrong? Okay, I see some of y'all. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, I can tell y'all this is the worst case scenario kind of question for binomial expansion already. Yeah, can okay, y'all try again. Okay, for those who didn't get it right. Okay, just go and try again, because this, like what I say, this part here is actually not taught in your textbook. Okay, but they just teach you actually the formula, but they assume, yeah, they will test you on this. Okay, so you just need to take note on this. It's just a unknown n value. Okay, if you want to solve for an unknown n value, I often see students don't know how to do this question. So you all just take note on this. Okay, cool. Next one. Find the term independent of x in the expansion x over 2 minus 8 over x to the power of 4 to the power of 10. Okay, when they say independent of x means what? Right? Independent of x means what? X to the power of 0. Okay, you got to remember this. This x to the power of 0. Okay, that means we want to find a term that don't have x. All right, now we need to use the concept of binomial expansion here. Okay, what you all need to observe first, don't care about all the values, just look at the x to the power of whatever. Okay, so you see there's the x here, x to the power of 4, and then 10. Okay, what we need to do here, you need to determine when I do my binomial expansion, which term, when I put to the a and your b value, they will cut off on the power. Okay, you don't care about all the other numbers first. Okay, we just need to know or need to figure out which one the x value, when you expand that time, will cut off with each other. Okay, this is how you see 10. We know that the power will always be like this one. So you see this one is a plus b to the power of n, right? Okay, or we just put it as 10 lah. Okay, you need to know that when you put the a value and your b value, the power, right, will always sum up to 10. Right? So if I put like this, it can be 1, 9. It can be 2, 8. It can be 3, 7. The main concept that you need to know first is that this one will always add up to the n value. In this case, it's 10. Okay, so now it's determining, okay, this power, how much I need to put, and this power I need to put how much, so that the power will cancel off with each other. Okay, if you're not sure, right, then you just try and error first. Okay, you just try and error first. So what you can do here, you don't care about the 2 and the 8 first, and the negative sign, you just ignore. Just purely look at this x and 1 over x to the power of 4. Okay, I teach you how to see it for those who not clear how to see. They can ask you term independent of x, x to the power of 2, okay, x to the power of 3, x to the power of 4. It doesn't matter. The concept is always the same one. You just look at the x value first, then you try. If you cannot see, then you try an error. Okay, so you see what I can do here. I can put here 1 and then 9. Okay, then you see whether it will cancel off or not. No, right? Okay, in fact, I shouldn't be putting the small one over here, because the big one over here, the power here is very big already. So if a big value, then multiply by another big value will be, cannot even out lah. Okay, so what you can do, maybe you can put like 10, 0. So x to the power of 10, then 1 to the power of x to the power of 4, 0 cannot lah. Okay, what about 9 and 1? So x to the power of 9 times 1 over x to the power of 4 to the power of 1. Okay, 9 and 4, 9 minus 4, 5. Okay, so still cannot fulfill. Okay, then maybe what we can do is we test 8, 2. Okay, 8 and 2, what will it become? X to the power of 8, 1 over x to the power of 8. Right, x to the power of 4 times 2 will be x to the power of 8. Then you will cancel out each other. Okay, so the combo that we want for your A and B will be 8 and 2 over here. All right, will be 8 and 2 over here. So this is what you do. 10 C2 x over 2 to the power of 8. Then your B term, x to the power of 4. Oops. Okay, x to the power of 4, 2. Okay, this is what you want to focus on first. So we determine this part here first. You don't know how to determine this part here you cannot do. Okay, so just type in your calculator already. So 10C2, okay, 10C2 will be 45. And here, x to the power of 8 over 256. Then negative square will be positive. This one will be 64 over x to the power 8. Okay, this one cancel. Type this whole thing into your calculator. You should get 45 over 4. Okay, please learn this question. This one seldom come out. Only certain papers it comes out. But if it comes out, then you see it's how many marks? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 marks already. The entire thing. Okay, so if don't know this one, just take note, just write down binomial expansion with unknown n. Okay, binomial expansion with unknown n. Okay, next one. Question 6. A 5-digit number is to be formed from the 7 digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each digit can be used at most once in any number, and the number does not start with 0. Find the number of ways in which this can be done. Okay, so what is the condition over here? Okay, they say 5 digits number from these 7 digits, then does not start with 0. Okay, does not start with 0. So that means if I have a 5-digit number, this is what I always write. I always draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I always draw this space down. For those who didn't join this class, you can just go to Thinkific and then watch this one. I actually taught this class in the earlier lessons. Okay, your teacher might teach you different ways. There are many ways that you all can do permutation and combination. Okay, because of the limited time also, you all just stick with the way that you all feel is the most accurate. Okay, but this is the way that I'm going to be teaching. All right, you all listen to the explanation. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My criteria is that, okay, what's my restriction here? I cannot start with 0. That means my over here can only put what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 possible numbers only, right? At the start. All right, so I think some of you will use like factorials or just multiply by 6. It's up to you. This one also will get marks. Okay, so you can put like the number of options is 6. But for me, what I like to do is I like to write it as 6 permute 1. Okay, 6 permute 1. All right, so I put here 6P1. Then after that, if I use 1 digit already, my over here still got how many digits I can use? Okay, I still got another 6 more options, right? Because now I got 0 part of here also. So let's just say I use the digit 1 already, right? So I still will have 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will still have 6 options to fill up 4 spaces. Therefore, I write this as 6P4. Okay, if it's on the same row, we multiply it. Okay, so the working will be 6P1 times 6P4, which will be 2160. Okay, for those who want to learn this method, you all just go into Thinkific. You all go watch what I explained here. Okay, go watch what I explained here. Okay, I think some of you would have done this method. Okay, I think some of you, your working is, you all put here, got 6 options, then multiply by 6 times 5 times 4 times 3. Okay, also same thing lah. Okay, it's up to your preference. All right, second one. Find how many of these 5-digit numbers are even. Okay, even numbers are. So what we need to do is that, how can it be even number? You look at the digits, we need to find even number, right? Which is 0, 2, 4, and 6. However, the 0 one for the arrangement, we need to separate it because we cannot start with 0. Okay, so there are 2 possible types of arrangement that we can calculate for this one. All right. Okay, I'm just seeing some of your paper here. Okay, I think some of you got it wrong already. Okay, this is what you all need to do. First one ends with 0. Second one ends with 2, 4, 6. Okay, why? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digit. Okay, because if I put my last digit as 0, okay, in front cannot put as, basically in front also cannot put on, okay, you cannot put it as 0 one. So if I put here is 0, my over here, I got what possible option? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so how would I do this calculation? I'll write it as 6 permute 4 times 1 permute 1. Okay, because I only got one option. So 6p4 times 1p1 equals to 360. Okay, so for those who get 360, you get 1 mark for it. Okay, but this is not the final answer. Second criteria ends with 2, 4, or 6. Okay, so you can write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We start from the last one. Okay, we start from the last digit. 2, 4, and 6. Okay, 2, 4, and 6. And then what do I do? Okay, what do I do over here? Okay, let me see. The first digit, okay, is a non-zero, right? Cannot be 0. Okay, cannot be 0. So non-zero, correct. So if it's non-zero digit, if I use here already, use 2, 4, 6, my in front here got how many more digits I can use? 5, right? Okay, so 5p1. Here I got 3p1. So after I use 1 digit here, 1 digit here, I here still have 5 digits I can use. Okay, so I put here 5p3. Okay, some of you might use a totally different method. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. You all just stick with the method that you all prefer. Yeah, because your teachers might have taught you all a different method. Yeah, just stick with the method. But if you all don't know, okay, you all totally got it wrong, go and watch back the Thinkific part on this chapter first. Okay, I actually explained all of this, how we use the permutation method to solve this. Okay, so ends with 2, 4, 6. I can write it as 5p1 times 5p3 times 3p1. Okay, you will get 900. Therefore, your total arrangement will be equal to 360 plus 900. You will get 1260. Okay, anyone got this correct? Anyone got this correct? 1260. No one. Okay, so you need to think about all possible scenarios for this type of question. A little off. Okay, Yingxiang got correct. Only one.
Teacher,
Yes.
I don't understand. If it ends with 0 and it ends with 2, 4, 6, why do you add them together?
Because it's a totally different arrangement. Right? Both also will fulfill the criteria of even numbers.
But how many of these 5-digit numbers? I thought the 5-digit numbers, the number does not start with 0. In the first part, the number does not start with 0, right?
Yeah, none of this starts with 0.
Sorry, yeah.
None of this is start with 0.
Okay.
Both also is not 0. You see, this one is non-zero. This is also non-zero. I never put anything is start with 0. And you see, if it's non-zero, okay, maybe I look at all your working. A lot of you got the first one correct. Okay, but the second one you all got it wrong. Or you all never calculate this one. Okay, so you see the 2, 4, 6, if non-zero, let's just say I use 2 already. Okay, I use 2 already, right? One of the digit 2. I cannot use 0, right? So I still have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 is another 5 options, right? So that's why I put 5P1 here. Okay, finally understand already. Okay, this is why I put 5 over here. I'm not putting a 0 here. I still don't consider 0. So I repeat again. If I choose 2 here. Okay, I choose 2 here already. I don't put, you can put 4 or 6 also. Doesn't matter. It's all the same one. Okay, then that means I still left with 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 to select. Okay, then let's just say from here I select 1. Okay, can be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 also. Then I still left with what digit? My middle I can put 0, right? Okay, so it'll be 0, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of these 5 options also I can put inside here. That's why I still got 5P, 3 spaces. Okay, Dylan, understand? Very good. Finally understand. Okay. Honestly, this one is just about understanding only. The formula, you need to think about all scenarios. Okay. All scenarios, then just put into the formula only. Okay, any other things to clarify here? Joshua, okay?
When it means that even, it means the number starts with 2, 4, 6 or 0 or ends with 2, 4, 6 or 0.
And
because even means the ones place is an even number, right?
Okay, I ask you, what's an even number?
It's divisible by 2. And the start
so does it start with 0 or end with 0?
No, it can start with 0 as well.
Where can start with 0? The criteria for an even number is the last digit. It will never be the first digit. The criteria for an odd number is always the last digit also.
No, the last digit, as in you mean the ones place.
Here. The last digit is what makes a number even and an odd number. Right?
Oh no, because I got confused. I thought the last digit was to the left, not to the right. I got confused with
to the right. First digit, last digit. Right, to the right is last digit. Okay, the ones, basically the ones value lah, the ones value. Okay, any more question? Any more question? All good? Okay, this paper not easy. Okay, so I want to see all your marks later. Okay, so the next one, a team of 7 people is to be selected from a group of 9 women and 6 men. Find the number of different teams that can be selected, which includes at least one man. Okay, so what do y'all do for this? Okay, what do y'all do for this? Okay, you can calculate at least one man, which means 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6 men. Okay, you all see my working there. So you can do is like what? 9 from 9 women means I got 7 people, right? So I can do like this. 7, this is the women, this is the men. So we can do like this. 9C. Okay, which these are not so efficient lah, but you just see the method here. So typically, I think most students will think of it like this. Okay, so you choose 6 women, 5 women, 4 women, 3 women, 2 women, 1 woman. Why? Because I want to multiply by 1 man. Okay, 6C1, 6C2, 6C3, 6C4, 6C5, and 6C6. Okay, you got to calculate all of this. Okay, you can just find this value. 504, 1890, 2520, 1260, 216, and then 9. Okay, go and calculate all of it. You should get 6399. Okay, or the alternative method, you'll see in the other side. Okay, will be what? Okay, the alternative method will be, okay, you can use this 15C7, no restriction minus no man. Okay, minus 9C7. Okay, you all will get the same value. Okay, will get the same exact value. Okay, so you will get 6399 also. Okay, you use either way, both also works lah. Okay, both also works. So I don't want to confuse you all. Okay, the thing is because some of you learn this way. Okay, and because of our lack of time also, both ways also works. You stick with the method for permutation and combination. You stick with the method that you all understand. Because honestly, it's not the formula that gives you all marks for permutation and combination. Okay, it's not the step-by-step process. It's literally just a final answer only. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you all. You all use the method that you all prefer. Okay, I teach you all the methods. You all see which one you all understand best. Okay? All right. Question C1. Okay. Okay, this paper very fun. So that means if you don't know the n factorial formula, right, you confirm GG already. Okay, because here you see another 5 more marks here. Okay, show that NC3 plus NC2 equals to 1 over 6 n cubed minus n for n more than or equals to 3. See here again. This is actually using the same formula as just now what we wrote here. Okay, this one. Okay, let's bring it down here. This is NCR. Okay, NCR. So NC3. So we need to use this formula if your n is unknown. Okay, if your n is unknown. Okay, so go and slowly. Okay, go and slowly open it up. This one you know, but the upper part don't know. Okay, it's the same exact thing. Okay, just always remember, whenever I do NCR type of question, or even the binomial one, I have n unknown, you straight away just write this formula and then try to figure out from here. Okay, because sometimes your brain, if you cannot register during exam, right, you just need to write down this formula first. Okay, so n factorial over n minus 3 factorial plus n factorial. Okay, I just do the left-hand side first, because it will be pretty long. Okay, so you all see, I want to take away the n with factorials. Therefore, n factorial, how to eliminate the n minus 3 factorial? So n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial here. Over n minus 3 factorial, plus on top here, I stop at n minus 2. So n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial over n minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay, why I stop here? I want to cancel this off. Okay, I want to cancel all this off. Anything with the n with factorials, I don't like. Okay, let's go simplify it. N times n squared minus 3n plus 2 over 6 plus n squared minus n over 2. Okay, I want to join it together to be one fraction. So I multiply this by 3 over 3. Okay, which will be n cubed minus 3n squared plus 2n plus 3n squared minus 3n over 6. Simplify it, n cubed minus n over 6. Okay, we write it in the formula that they want. N cubed minus n. Okay, 5 marks here already. Okay, 5 marks here. All right, next one. Hence, solve the equation where this is equal to 4n. Okay, if you cannot do the first part, you see all these hence kind of question. Sometimes they give you the answer already from the top, okay, from the previous question. So you just need to use pandai a bit lah. Okay. So you just use the answer. So you get 1 over 6 n cubed minus n, which is equals to 4n. Go and solve for this. So multiply by 6, n cubed minus n equals to 24n, n cubed minus 25n equals to 0, n square minus 25 equals to 0. Okay, they say n is more than or equals to 3, right? So I here will have 3 answers. N equals to 0, n square minus 25 equals to 0, n equals to 25, oops, n square equals to 25, n equals to minus 5, and n equals to 5. Okay, because square I bring over to the other side will be plus minus square root. The only one that's the answer. Okay, you got to reject. So you don't write reject, they might minus your mark also. Okay, you reject the 0 and negative 5 because of this criteria. N is more than or equals to 3. Okay, if you leave the n equals to 0, n equals to negative 5, they will minus 1 mark. Okay, cool. All right, next one. Question 7. Variables.
Teacher, can you just scroll up a bit? I just need to see the working for a while.
Okay, can. Okay, can see? Okay, good. Okay. Question 7. Okay, question 7. I'll be uploading all of these, so please watch it over and over again. If you all don't understand, then clarify with me also in the group, okay, throughout the week. Okay, question 7. Variables x and y are such that y equals to bracket 1 plus sine 3x to the power of 4 over sub x. Use differentiation to find the approximate change in y when x increases from 1.9 to 1.9 plus h, where h is small. Okay, so this is a approximate change type of question. Okay, under your differentiation, right? All right, differentiation, for those who didn't journey together with me, to be safe, every time you all do product rule, quotient rule, I want you all to always write it down in U and V. Okay, write it side by side. Because the moment you calculate one of it wrongly, if you straight away differentiate and then you put into dy over dx, one of your term is wrong, it's very hard for the marker to see, okay, where to give you the marks. Right? So I want you all to have a habit. This is U, this is V, right? So U equals to 1 plus sine 3x to the power of 4. V equals to sub x. Always write this down first. Okay, sub we can change it to 1 over 2. Do like that. Just write U prime. Don't need to write du over dx. So 4, we will get what? 4, 1 plus sine 3x to the power of 3 times 3 cos 3x. Okay, 3 cos 3x. Right? We differentiate inside, we differentiate outside. If you still don't know how to do this, okay, by right, what I ask all of you to do is actually do the what from differentiation to the last chapter first, right? In our thinking fig. Very hard for you all to figure out from this paper itself. Okay, from your past year paper itself, if your differentiation and all are very weak, a lot of questions is differentiation, integration, kinematics. Okay, so please know how to do this, and also your trigo. Okay, then v prime 1 over 2 x to the power of negative 1 over 2. Okay, after here, only I want you all to cross multiply and put into the formula. Okay, just put an x like this, dy over dx. So it's vu prime minus uv prime over v squared. Okay. When you do this, right? Okay, your chances, just in case if one of your term is wrong, your chances of getting more marks is higher. All right. Remember, it's a human marking your paper. Human might not want to mark your paper, maybe tired already. See if cannot find the answer, they just mark the whole thing wrong. Okay, so you always want to make it, yeah lah. Don't try not to give them reason to minus your mark lah. Okay, so let's just put it into the formula. So x to the power of 1/2 for, okay, then 1 plus sine 3x cubed 3 cos 3x minus 1 plus sine 3x to the power of 4 1/2 x to the power of negative 1/2 over v squared. Okay, v squared is x to the power of half squared. Okay, this kind of question, they never ask you to do anything else, right? Don't go and do anything extra. Okay, just stop here. Don't go and simplify it. Don't go and, basically just don't go and simplify it, because I see a lot of students also over the years, they always go and simplify this one because they think, oh, I need to go and solve it. They're not asking you to do anything else already. Okay, so you just need until here. Then after that, because we want to sub in the x value, that's all. Okay, you sub in the x value, you type in the calculator, easier for you to calculate it out. All right, so this is what we do when x equals to 1.9, then you sub in the x value. Okay, you sub in the x value. So the numerator, so 1.9, okay, to the power of 1/2 times 4, 1 plus sine 3 times 1.9 cube bring down a bit, too tight right here. Okay, power 3 cos 3 times 1.9 minus 1 plus sine 3 1.9 to the power of 4 1/2 1.9 negative 1/2. Okay, pretty long also lah. Okay, pretty long. Okay, you type in properly lah into your calculator. Okay, then divided by 1.9. Okay, this one also be careful. Don't round it up too much. Okay, don't round it up too much because you need enough values, enough significant figure. So you should get 0.651 over here. Then because it's an approximate change kind of question, I need, okay, one step back, back to the question. Whenever you see the word approximate change, this is the first thing you write. Delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Okay, this is what you want to write. So I got my dy over dx. They give me one more thing, right? X increases from 1.9 to 1.9 plus h. So my delta x will be my new x minus my ori x. 1.9 plus h minus 1.9. Okay, one thing you all need to take note of also, right? Sometimes they give you is y increases. It's not always x increases. Okay, sometimes it's y increases. So if y increases, actually the next paper, which is the variant 2 one, which is what your seniors took, later you all will see that part here, okay, for approximate change. So I just want you all to take note a little bit on that. Okay, so we fit into here, delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Okay, so delta y over h equals to 0.651. Delta y equals to 0.651 h. You straight show the answer. Okay, the mark scheme didn't specify lah. Okay, to be honest, the mark scheme didn't specify. Okay, Daniel asks, is it okay if I don't show the line where you sub in here? Okay, like what I say, we don't know who's marking your paper. I'm not the one marking your paper, your final paper. Okay, so if the marker, sometimes if they are so particular, everything also they want to see. Okay, because these are the discussion that goes on. We don't know, we don't know send to where also. Right, so honestly, the mark scheme only give them, okay, this amount of information. But if the marker feel like, oh, this one, never sub in, then that's why we want to give them 0 reasons for them to minus our marks. Okay? It's not that I say can, then you're going to do. I don't want to say that also. All right, so I just want it to be foolproof. Whatever steps that we can write, you'll just write only. Okay, so you don't give them reasons to minus your marks lah. Okay, Ken? You can't get 0.651. Then break it down. Break it down to each part. Okay, break it down here and break it down here. Oh, one more thing. You need to be in radian mode. Okay. This is in radian mode. So if you all are using it in degree mode, okay, Dylan, right? I know already. I see your answer. I kind of figure out. Okay, so if you all use in degree mode, because you see the value of your x here, there's no degree, there's no bubble here. So you need to use this in radian. Radian is when there's no unit to it. Okay, Ken? Okay, next one. In this question, I is a unit vector, due east, j is a unit vector, due north. Distances are measured in kilometers and time is measured in hours. Okay, at 0, 900, ship A leaves a point P with position vector 5i plus 16j relative to an origin. It sails with a constant speed of 6 cert3 on a bearing of 120 degrees. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So what we need to do, the first one, show that velocity vector of A is 9i minus 3 cert 3j. Okay. So this one, right, is okay, this is not the what question? The relative velocity one. The one I told you already is out of the syllabus. Okay, this is actually, we have learned this in the constant velocity problems. Okay, it's the same concept, but just that they put in one extra bearing thing. It's just because we need to calculate the angle for it. Okay, all right. How to do this? We read the information here again. Start with a position. Okay, 5i plus 6j, constant speed 6 cert3 on a bearing 120 degrees. Okay, so what you want to do is you draw it out first. 120 degrees. Okay, like this. 120. So we know there is somewhere here, right? Okay, somewhere here. Let me draw shorter a bit. Okay, and I know here is, oops, 30 degrees. Okay, so my speed is 6 cert3. Okay, so you all remember, right? When we went through kinematics that time, we say where it crosses, that is the v cos theta, right? Okay, so you see here, this is x, this is my y. Okay, x is your I direction, then y is your j direction. Okay, another thing you need to take note also, if it's going down and going to the left, you need to put a negative in front. Okay, because this is a vector. Vector has direction. All right, so what we gotta do here, okay, what we gotta do here, so over here, this one, the x direction, okay, you can use SOHCAHTOA also if you don't know the shortcut. So once you can draw this triangle out already, use SOHCAHTOA. So cos 30 degrees is equals to ka. So x over 6 cert3. Okay, therefore x will be equals to 6 sec 3 cos 30 degrees. Okay, which will give you 9. Sine 30 degrees will be equals to so YH. So Y over 6 sec 3. Y will be equals to okay, you need to put a negative sign. So over here, you see why I got put a negative. So this one will be negative 6 sec 3 sine 30 degrees, which will get negative 3 sec 3. Okay, so your velocity vector of A will be equals to 9I minus 3 sec 3J. Okay. Second one, find the position vector of A at 1200. So position vector, the formula is A plus VT. Okay, this whole part is all inside the videos already. So go and watch it if you all haven't watched this part here. Okay, A plus VT will be what? Oops. A is initial position. Okay, initial position. This is your velocity vector. Then this is your time. Okay, so 12 o'clock means what? 3 hours, right? Because you see, initially it's 9 o'clock. Now it becomes 12 o'clock. So it will be, my initial position was 5:16. So this is my A. So A, okay, I like to write it like this. So I don't like to write in the I and J. But to be safer, you all just write your final answer every time as I and J. Okay, because the question say the due east, what I is a vector due east, then J is a unit vector due north. Okay, so if you use this column vector method, which is what I taught you all, just write one more line extra. Okay, so this one will be 9 negative 3 sec 3. Then your time is equals to 3, because after 3 hours already. So this is T equals to 3. You started at 9 o'clock. Okay, then we sub it in and you will get 32, 16 minus 9 sec 3. Or you can write it as 32I plus 16 minus 9 sec 3J. Part A, can you draw which one is point P and which one is point O? O is here, lor. O is here. No. It's not O. Part A is we are not calculating the O first. We are just finding the velocity vector first. That means how it moves. The V itself. This is not O. It's just going in this direction right now. Because you see, at the start already, A lists a point P with position vector 5I plus 16J. That means at the start, it's already moving, it's already at this position. Okay, this part here, we are not finding this is O, this is P. This is not. This is just how it moves. Okay, how the ship A is moving. Clear? So nothing to do. We don't need to draw it up. Okay, we don't have to draw it up.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. At 1100, ship B leaves a point Q with position vector 29I plus 16J. It sails with constant velocity, negative 12 sec 3J. Okay, write down the position vector of B T hours after it starts sailing. Okay, so this one, same thing also. We use the same formula. So RB is equals to A plus VT. Your initial position is 29, 16. Your velocity vector is 0, negative 12, sec 3, and T. Okay, you can write it like this as 29. Hold on. 29i plus 16j, then plus t negative 12 sub 3j. Okay, you can write it like this also can, or you want to join it all together. Okay, honestly, I prefer writing it like this because I don't have to write I and j. Okay, so when you all go to college next time also, you just stick with column vector. Like it's the neatest working to do, unless they ask you to present it in another form. Okay, then the last one, find the distance between the two ships at 1200. Okay, this is what you got to do. 12 o'clock, right? Okay, so we need to find this. This is the ship at 11 o'clock. Okay, it starts at 11 o'clock. So I need to find when t equals to 1 first. Okay, RB will be equals to 29 and 16 minus 12 sub 3. Okay, I sub into here actually. Okay, this is the easiest for me to see. Okay, when they say the distance between the two ships, you need to first find the where they are. Okay, where are they? Okay, will be like this. You can use RA minus RB or RB minus RA. It means your position vector. You want to find AB or BA, also same thing. So RB minus RA will be equals to 29 minus, okay, where's that? This one, 32. Then 16 minus 12 sub 3 minus 16 minus 9 sub 3. Okay, I'm just using these two values. So you'll see from here, from question B and from question C. Okay, question B and question C. Okay, put here. This one. Okay, go and calculate it. This will be -3, then -3 sub 3. Okay, to find distance. Okay, to find distance, we actually need to modulus the value here. Okay, how to find the modulus is modulus x squared plus y squared. So this will be -3 squared plus -3 sub 3 squared, which you will get equals to 6. Okay, so if you do our position vector A minus position vector B, also can. Okay, it also works. Back to part A, why did we take 30 degrees? Because the bearing, we are doing bearing. You see here, 90 degrees. The bearing is from here to here, 120 degrees. When we break down to X and Y direction, right, you will always need to find a right angle triangle. Okay, you need to find a right angle triangle. Okay, any more question? I know kinematics, some of you might struggle with it. Okay, kinematics are. Okay, any more question? Any more question? Okay, if you don't know this part here, you go to kinematics, you go to my videos, you go and watch constant velocity problems. Okay, this is basically all the concept is there. This is what chapter 13, vectors, constant velocity problems. Okay, like what I say, once a week you all learn like this. Impossible for you all learn everything. Okay, the students who have been with me, they actually watch through everything already. Okay, so you all, those who just joined, you all need to actually put in the effort to watch it over and over and over again. Okay, until you all finally get it. Okay.
Okay. Will this video be sent to ThinkyPig?
Yes. Later I'll upload it. Okay. Okay, come, let's finish this. How many more? 3 more. Okay, already 8:54. Okay, let's see next one. In these questions, all lengths are in meters. The diagram shows a water container in the shape of a triangular prism. The depth of water in the container is h. The container has length 5. The water in the container forms a prism with a uniform cross-section that is an equilateral triangle of side x. Show that the volume V of the water is given by V equals to 5 sub 3 h square over 3. Okay. Ken, Wei Zheng, Ken, you mark already, you put your marks. Okay, I see all your marks already. Okay, good, good. Okay, those who need to leave first, because I think a few more questions and some of you know how to do already. Okay, have a good week. Please finish up the 2020 papers. Okay, just write your marks there. Okay, come. Those who still want to stay and listen. Question 9. So what we need to do here, we can draw it out as a Pythagoras right angle triangle like this. Okay, we here. Okay, what else do we have? We know that here is 60 degrees, right? Because they say it's an equilateral triangle. So over here is 60 degrees. Okay, let's call this H because they give us H, and this one is X. Okay, so what can we get from this triangle? Okay, we can use SOHCAHTOA. I can use sine 60 degrees is equals to H over X. Okay, this one if you got an EX calculator, this one immediately you can use the value here, sub 3 over 2, and H over X, and X equals to 2H over sub 3. Then here, 2 sub 3H over 3. Okay, we just rationalize it. Okay, then V will be what? 1 over 2H times X times 5. Okay, this is the volume of the water. So cross-sectional area multiplied by the length. So I look into this formula. Why I make X as the subject is because we want to eliminate X, right? So I need to substitute X away. So this one, 1 over 2H, 2 sub 3 over 3H times 5, then equals to 1 over 2, 10 sub 3 over 3H square, which will get 5 sub 3 over 3H square. Okay, the order of how you all solve might be a bit different, doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you all can prove it and it makes sense. Okay, next one. Water is pumped into the container at a rate of 0.5 meter cube per minute. Find the rate at which the depth of water is increasing. Okay, when the depth of water is 0.1 meter. All right, this is a 4-mark question. What are they asking us to find? The rate at which the depth of water is increasing. That means if you want to find what is dH over dt. Okay, so this type of question is the what? Rate, right? Okay, the rate kind of question where you need 3 different derivative, at least 3 different derivatives to cross multiply with each other to do the chain rule. Okay, so let's just see what else is given to us. The first one, water is pumped into the container at a rate of 0.5 meter cube per minute. So you see, this is V, this is time. So we can say that this is dV over dt equals to 0.5. Okay, what did they give us? We found just now V is equals to okay, we write this down. V is equals to 5 sub 3 over 3H square. Therefore, I can say dV over dH is equals to 10 sub 3 over 3H square. Okay, so I have this. I have this. Okay, I want to find This one, dh over dt. Okay, we sub in when h equals to 0.1. Okay, so dv over dh, oops. Okay, dv over dh will be equals to 10 sec 3 over 3 0.1 square, which is sec 3 over 3. Okay, then you come up with a chain rule, dv over dt times, okay, you can construct however you wanna, dh over dt, dh over dt equals to 0.5 times sec 3, which you'll get sec 3 over 2. Okay, or 0.866. Second line to third line, where? This one. This second line. Or this second line. Oh. Yeah? Hey, sorry, I got one extra. Hold on a minute. Did I write something wrong? I think I did. There's no square here. No square here. I differentiate it. Yeah, I differentiate it. Power rule. Thanks, Linesh. Okay, 10 sec 3 over 3 h. Okay, by right here is square, no square. Why did I write the square? Okay, next one. Differentiate x ln x minus 2x with respect to x. Simplify your answer. Okay, this one just straightforward lah. dy over dx equals to, this one we do product rule. Okay, product rule. So you will get, yeah, you can write it at the side here, ln x. This is so that you can check also. 1, then 1 over x. Okay, so you'll get x, 1 over x, plus ln x minus 2, which you'll get 1 plus ln x minus 2 equals to ln x minus 1. Okay, next one here. All right. You all can see the working in purple for under the mark scheme that I sent to you all. A curve is such that d square y over dx square equals to x plus 1 over x square. It is given that dy over dx is equals to e square over 2 plus 2e at the point e and e cubed over 6 plus e square. Using your answer to part 8, find the exact equation of the curve. Okay, when they say exact, means you cannot write it in decimal place. Okay, it needs to be the exact value. All right. Okay, so let's see how to do this. Okay, how do we do this? Reason why they give us like d square y, dy over dx, and then xy is when you have to remember this when we integrate that time, because they say they want to find exact equation of the curve, right? That means y equals to something. Okay, that means I integrate this. When I integrate, remember there's the thing, the plus c, right? The plus c is called your arbitrary constant. Okay, your arbitrary constant. Okay, so okay, those who need to leave, you all leave first. Okay, because I still got one more question. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we start with d square y over dx square. Okay, d square y over dx square, x plus 1 over sec x square. Okay, let's go and simplify this first. So x square plus 2x plus 1 over x. Okay, then we integrate it. So I want to, from here to here, we integrate, we should get x plus 2. Oops, sorry, let us simplify a bit more first. Here will be x plus 2 plus 1 over x. Okay, so we integrate here. So dy over dx will be integrate x plus 2 plus 1 over x dx, which will get x squared over 2 plus 2x plus ln x plus c. Okay. Not gonna leave. Yeah, honestly, this paper is a bit tricky. Okay, this paper a bit tricky. All right, so I want to see all your overall marks. Okay, so here, so plus ln x plus c. Okay, how to find c? The reason why they give you this law. Okay, the dy over dx is equals to e squared plus over 2 plus 2e when this value. So you need to sub it in. So you sub like that. When x equals to e, then dy over dx equals to e squared over 2 plus 2e. Okay, this is so that we can find our c value. Okay, we can find our c value. So e squared over 2 plus 2e equals to e squared, okay, what's this? Over 2 plus 2e plus ln e plus c. Therefore, 0 equals to 1 plus c, c equals to -1. Okay, dy over dx, x squared over 2 plus 2x plus ln x minus 1. Okay, so we get until dy over dx already. Then now we want to integrate once more so that we get until y. Okay, so for me to get y, I integrate the dy over dx, which will be x squared. Oops. Okay, x squared over 2 plus 2x plus ln x minus 1 dx. Okay, you got to take note of this statement here also. They say using your answer to part A. Okay, using your answer to part A. So part A, we found that if I differentiate x ln x will become x ln x minus 2x, it will become ln x minus 1. So if I reverse the process, right? So that means from here is dy over dx, right? If I go back up, then it's integrate log. Okay, can you all see here? There's a ln x minus 1 here, right? Therefore, if I find back ln x minus 1, if I integrate it back, it should give me x ln x minus 2x. Okay, otherwise you cannot integrate this part here. So for this, this is what you do. So this one will be x cubed over 6 plus 2x squared over 2, then plus, this one is from your question A. Okay, from your question A, which is x ln x, okay, x ln x minus 2x. Then you need to find your arbitrary constant again. Okay, this one I will be putting it as d, okay, plus d. All right, so x cubed over 6 plus x squared plus x ln x minus 2x plus d. Okay, sub in your x and y value. Okay, wait, Dylan. Okay, we want to sub in the x value into this equation above here to find the d value. Okay, so go and sub it in. E cubed plus e squared equals to e cubed over 6 plus e squared plus e ln e minus 2e plus d. Okay, you'll all cancel out basically. Then you'll just be left with d equals to e. Okay, then your final answer will be y equals to x cubed over 6 plus x squared plus x ln x minus 2x plus e. Okay, Dila are reading. What if I write C1 and C2? Doesn't matter. You can write any alphabet also. Okay, you can write C and C also. It's just that you need to be clear which C are you writing for. C1, C2 also can. It's just that I prefer writing as C and D. Okay. This is a 8-mark question. Fun question. See all the marks to get the marks. Okay, come. Let's finish this up. Okay, let's finish this up. The very, very last one. Okay, you all asked for some differentiation and integration, right? Okay, after the class, I'm going to send you all a paper another hot topical past year question that y'all I've not sent to anyone before. Yeah, y'all do it. Jingxian, later you watch back the video because I want to finish out the class, right? Okay, so okay, last one. The diagram shows part of the curve y equals to e x to the power of 2, y equals to cos 5x, and part of the line x equals to pi over 4. The curve intersect at A, the curve y equals to cos 5x, and the x-axis at B. Okay, so many information, right? The lines x equals to pi over 4 cuts the x-axis at C, and the curve y equals to e to the power of x over 2 at D. Okay, find the exact area of the shaded region A, B, C, D. Okay, exact area. So how to find exact area? Okay, actually this question not that hard lah. Okay, so we just need to actually find here. Okay, we need to be clear. Area under the graph of this graph, which is your y equals to x over 2. Okay, then minus of the graph, okay, over here, y equals to cos 5x. Okay, from here to here. Okay, so I need to take from 0 to C minus the purple part from 0 to B. Okay, so what does this mean? I need to find what is my 0, B, and C, right? Okay, all right, so let's go and find, do I need to find A? Okay, do I need to find A? Okay, let me see. Do they give mark for that? Okay, go and find what's your B value. Okay, your B value will be what? This is when my cos 5x, my y is equal to 0. Okay, to find B, find B. Okay, when y equals to 0, cos 5x equals to 0. Okay, then you go and use your trigo method. Pi over 2. 5x equals to pi over 2. And x equals to pi over 10. Okay, therefore your B value will be pi over 10, 0. Okay. Okay, so this one is what? Pi over 10. Okay, those who have finished marking already, you all see the mark scheme. Please write down the answers. Please write down your marks. Okay, so area under the curve. Okay, let's find the area under the curve for the big one. Okay, that means I want to find, okay, here we know it's also pi over 4. Okay, here is pi over 4. All right, so we want to put like this, 0, pi over 4, and e to the power of x over 2 dx. Okay, go and integrate it. Okay, go and integrate it. So e to the power of x over 2 over 1 over 2, so which will give you, yeah, just write it like this, 0 to pi over 4. Okay, which will get 2e x to the power over 2, then pi over 4, 0. Okay, sub it in, do your definite integral. 2e pi over 8 minus 2e to the power of 0. Okay, which will get 2e pi over 8 minus 2. Okay, this is for this part here. Okay, the whole entire blue part here. Okay, so I need to now minus off the purple part. Okay, area under curve. Okay, of the purple one. Yeah, the purple one. Okay, so what will I get here? Okay, I integrate from 0 to pi over 10. Okay, because we found here is pi over 10, right? For cos 5x dx, which I will get sine 5x over 5 from 0 to pi over 10. Okay, we just sub it in. So sine 5 pi over 10 over 5 minus sine 5 times 0 over 5, which will give me, okay, just type in the calculator, 1 over 5. Okay, so I got this value. I got this value. Therefore, I take shaded area, the final answer. Take the blue part area, okay, which is 2e pi over 8 minus 2 minus of 1 over 5, okay, which is the purple part. Okay, 2, final answer will be 2e pi over 8 minus 11 over 5. Okay, congratulations. Honestly, this paper is way harder than the first one. Okay, I think it's way harder than the first one. Okay, I want all of you to count your marks right now. Okay, all count your marks right now, and then please put into the master tracker. This is it for May, June 2022, paper 2-1. Okay, I'll end the recording here and y'all can watch it later.